spoiler warning for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episodes 1 through 5. Hello, I'm the Infinity Theorist quick spin-off enthusiast, and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 5 was amazing. I also have a theory that a certain someone is a Skrull, which would set up Secret Invasion. I will talk about this theory and more in my review and analysis of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 5. Of course, first we are going to start with some things that you may have missed and things that I just found interesting. The first thing is about how Bucky dropped the shield when giving it to Sam. He did it in the exact same way Steve dropped it, giving it to Tony in Civil War. This scene was a civil war of sorts, with some of the candidates for future Captain America fighting each other. Not only is Joaquin Torres a bizarrely wise man for saying that there is nothing to do until there's something to do, he's also the probable successor of Sam for the Falcon title, as this episode basically confirmed. I mentioned this before, but in the comics, when Sam takes the Cap mantle, Torres takes on the Falcon title. This episode seemed to have confirmed that this is indeed what they were going for when they had Sam leave the wings with him. We got a cameo in this episode, just like Malcolm Spellman promised, and it wasn't just another variation of one of the main characters like White Vision and WandaVision. We got Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. In the comics, she is S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent 14 and Nick Fury's love interest. I am here now to present a theory to you. Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine is a Skrull. Why do I say this? Well, let's look at the evidence. First, the way she was acting towards Walker and his wife. No human would ever act like that. Sure, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are always acting weird, but I've seen agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and even May doesn't act this weird. Val is acting more like a robot than a person. You know who else would act like a robot because they don't know the actual culture? Aliens. Skrulls. Another thing about this is that in one of the Secret Invasion comics, it might have been Mighty Avengers or something, it was like a Secret Invasion prelude maybe, Nick Fury meets up with her. The next day he finds out she's dead, and surprise, surprise, she ended up being a Skrull. So yeah, if she ends up being a Skrull in Secret Invasion, don't forget the video. Speaking of my crazy theories, I think I got a little more confirmation for my GRC theory this episode. Instead of providing more supplies for the people at their camps, they completely abandoned one of them because the Flag Smashers were hiding there. The GRC, Global Repatriation Council, is too focused on catching the Flag Smashers when, instead, their main goal should be to repatriate the internationally displaced persons. Let the UN and Interpol take care of the Flag Smashers. The GRC doesn't have to do anything with those. Focus on the civilians. Zemo visits Sokovia, and his Civil War theme plays. The Dora Milaje take him to the Raft, a secure prison that we saw in Civil War. Thunderbolt Ross is in charge of the Raft, and there are theories floating around that this could set up a Thunderbolts team, which is kind of like Marvel's Suicide Squad. The scene with Isaiah Bradley was one of the best scenes in the series. I also liked how he openly rejected the shield. It symbolizes his trauma, his pain. He was in so much pain that he didn't even like his own country. The same country that he served for. Bucky goes down to Delacroix, Louisiana to give Sam a box. We will talk about this box later. For now, we will talk about how Steve told Bucky what he was planning, which resolves a major endgame plot hole, and proves me right. I mentioned in my first podcast episode that if Steve was from another timeline, he would have come out of the machine as an older man. He wouldn't have been on the bench. I was proven right by this episode. There is no way Steve could have told Bucky what he was planning unless he said it before Endgame, or B, he'd already experienced Endgame. And there's no way he could have said it before Endgame because he didn't know that Tony was going to make a time machine, so it's got to be B. It was confirmed that the book Bucky used for his making amends thing is the same book used by Steve for the things he needed to catch up on list, which I find pretty fun. Also confirmed was that Steve's gone. Where did he go? Another cool thing, though, is that Bucky trusts Sam more than his therapist, meaning he trusts Sam to be the new Captain America. Sam said that some of the people on Bucky's list needed closure. You know who else needed closure? You know who else got a whole episode called Closure, even though they were dead by that point? That's right, Agent 33. I'm taking any evidence I can find that to confirm that Agent S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon. You can't stop me. Bucky and Sam refer to themselves as a couple of guys. This could be a reference to a video Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, who play Sam and Bucky respectively, made together called A Couple of Things from a Couple of Guys. It's a great video. You look it up. Speaking of the actors, earlier in this episode, Bucky slept on Sam's couch. This could be a reference to the fact that Anthony Mackie has said numerous times that he likes Sebastian Stan's couch. Now, I know the roles are reversed in this show, Bucky being the one on the couch instead of Anthony Mackie, who plays Sam. In real life, Anthony Mackie plays Sam. He's the one who said he likes Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky's couch. There, clearing that up. Alright, now, okay. But Sebastian Stan has said that Anthony Mackie hasn't ever actually been to his house, so this could be a little joke put in there by either Sebastian Stan or the writers. The GRC was voting on the Patch Act in New York with the Flag Smashers nearby. My guess is they infiltrated the GRC and the GRC got Hydra shielded. They had a hidden villain of an organization come out up from the shadows. Honestly, I think the GRC is the real villain here and the Flag Smashers have the right idea but the wrong methods. Sam opens the box before the credits roll and we do not get to see what is in it. I have heard some guesses though. A new shield, some new wings, a new suit were the three big ones. I don't know what it is, but I am very excited to find out soon. There was the first post-credit scene of the series in this episode. And I think there was an Iron Man reference there somewhere. At the very beginning of the scene, we hear the metallic bang of the hammer on metal, and this is similar to both the first Iron Man movie, where Tony builds his Mark I Iron Man suit, and the sound that plays at the end of the Endgame credits. Anyway, the main point of this post-credit scene was to show us that Walker's making his own shield. I have seen many memes making fun of his 5-minute crafts YouTube search history, and my headcanon is that he did indeed go on YouTube and look up how to make a cap shield on 5-minute crafts. Cannot wait to see how this goes from the finale. Before we get into the review, I would like to say that I have a podcast. It's called ITUR, and it's or Infinity Theorist, short for Infinity Theorist Unscripted Rants, and it comes out on Mondays. So if you remember, it's less boring, and subscribe to ITUR. I have a Spotify link in the description, along with all the other links. Hey, while you're down in the description, let me tell you about Infinity 600, a project for a world record. Would you like to take part in that? If you would, sign up. It's completely free, and you'll be in the longest video on YouTube. 600 people, 600 hours. We can do this. Full rules are on the website. To more things in the description, my live channel and my Instagram. I will be posting video updates, stream reminders, and just fun stuff on my Instagram. And if you want to see some fun live, subscribe to my live channel for that nearly every Saturday. There you go. Monday, ITUR, Wednesday, a normal video, and Saturday, a live stream. Now for the review. First, the title review. This episode is called Truth. I love this title. It reveals so much without telling us what it reveals. It is finally giving us answers. It is an almost perfect title. It is a title worthy of my rating of 96 out of 100. As for the actual episode, it was better than episode 4, and is now my new favorite episode of the series. All of the points made were amazing, and it added a lot to the story. I'm going to say it. This was a perfect episode. 100 out of 100. The best score we got on any of my movie TV reviews, and indeed, the best score possible to get on any of my movie TV reviews. Now, I do still like WandaVision and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. more, but this episode definitely tied with What If, and almost tied with Self-Control for AOS, and is better than all of the WandaVision episodes. I just like the other shows more than the Falcon and Winter Soldier on average. Speaking of averages, our score for this episode averages out to 98 out of 100. A very great score, surely the best average we've ever gotten. Alright, so you can watch another video by clicking the top left, top right, and bottom left corners of the screen. Before you do that, click the bottom right corner of the screen, subscribe, and then click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post more videos like this, and you can stay up to date on the latest Marvel news and stuff. So yeah, also subscribe to my other channel, subscribe to my podcast, follow my Instagram, and sign up for Infinity 600. That is everything I have for today, and goodbye.